this is something I've been looking for forever. This is a massive cost. I pay somebody $30,000 to $50,000 a year just to do this service. Can you offload some of this work? And Max is like, yes, of course. I showed you in this video right here. Now let's pivot and let's just say that like I'm making videos and I have no ICP in mind, I have no audience in mind, and I'm just posting cat videos and I'm putting my brand on it and I'm getting a million likes, but I have like no customers coming in, right? Like what's the deal? Well, the same thing with like AI news or the same thing with whatever. If you're just doing a shotgun blast and you're just like trying to get views because you know people are going to click on, oh man, ChatGPT just released O1 preview, and you know it's just a general post about A1 preview. Now, if that's your thing, you're just like about education and educating the general public, and every once in a while you post about your service that you offer. Like that's a strategy. But if you're just like posting about any news that comes up or anything that comes up for the views, I watch people on LinkedIn all the time, and it's like, why are you posting cat videos? Why are you posting this video of a dude getting knocked down and people laughing when like it has nothing to do with your service? And it's because they're chasing a view. And, I've said this for a bit about us. We are not influencers. We're not content creators. Well, I guess we're content creators, but we're not like influencers, right? We're not trying to just get views for the sake of getting views. We're getting views so that we can transfer somebody who is not a client, doesn't know who we are, doesn't even know they have a problem to, okay, now I know I have a problem. Now I know who Founders Forge is. Now I know who WebForge is. Now I know who Joe Fu, Ben, and James are. And now I'm purchasing from them, building a relationship. And if that takes a year, that's fine, because the relationships we want to build, like with all of you and with the clients that we're going to have, we want to have a very long-term relationship. We don't want to just say, hey, look at me because I have a bikini on, right? I know people would love to see James in a bikini, but that's not, we might get the wrong views that we don't want, right? And that goes with anything that you're thinking about posting on social media or even for your business. I had a conversation with James last night about, okay, well, look, it is time that we change our website. It is time that we change our LinkedIn stuff. And you all know, you've all heard me before. It's like, get off your website. You don't need to fucking worry about your website. But now our website is mismessaged from what we're doing currently. So, okay, now we need to change. Now we need to spend the 3 hours to change our website and change the messaging and change all that stuff, and then move on.
Yeah, it's important. We got to adapt over time, right? Like we can't just constantly, expect what we currently got out there. If it's not working, to, keep it out there. Like you say, it doesn't align with what we've got, so we've got to change it. So
yeah,
it's like anything, right? If your channel or service changes, Connor decides to start going down AI agents, or like agentive versus chatbots, right? All of a sudden, if he's looking to make more money off agents, like his voice flow content, as far as he's concerned, is probably going to be pretty redundant in that sense. Or it could at least bring people leads to the point where he's like, well, I don't actually do this anymore. I actually do this now, which is a far better version of that. But yeah,
there's a certain amount of authority that comes with like views and likes and subs and all that stuff. There's a certain amount of like, okay, this guy must know his shit because there's 1 million subs. There's a certain amount of authority that comes with Connor, even though he shifts to like, I don't know, to agents. People can go back and follow the cookie trail and say, okay, well, last month he wasn't talking about crypto. Last month he was still in AI. He was still in this thing. He wasn't like doing drop shipping. No, he was doing the same thing. And now he's doing AI agents. This makes sense to me. Versus if I go to other influencers and it's like, oh, well, last month they were doing crypto. The month before that, they were doing drop shipping. Before that, they were doing something else. And you see these shifts. And every time they make these massive shifts, there's a massive drop off of their audience. And, so because they're like, I can't follow this trail. I can't follow Connor because every time I turn around, he's in a different thing because his ADHD won't allow him to focus on one thing for long enough for me to, get to know Connor and give him my business.
That's how personal brand starts, right? That's how you become an Ali K. Miller on LinkedIn, for example. She's been talking about AI for years, right? Like no one just gets 1 million followers overnight and becomes a top AI voice, the actual top AI voice of LinkedIn just overnight. It just doesn't happen. It's years and years down the making. So if people want to be building that same sort of thing for themselves in here, just know it's a long game, right? Don't sell yourself down the river to get a quick bit of cash, because that sustainability won't be there. That trust won't be there. You'll be dubbed like all the other gurus out there who sell courses or, fabricated product or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just
they were people talking about AI for a long time, just being laughed at. Like, and that's the beauty about now is like some people have been talking about AI for a long time before everybody else. And they do stick out like a sore thumb because the conversations they're having are a little bit different. More grounded and more mature.
Patrick, what's up, man? You sold any e-commerce chatbots lately?
That I'm working with is trying to push that through like an RJO thing. It's like a Royal Retail Jewelers organization, and he's been kind of slow. So my head's been pivoting towards actors. Really, like that's where I'm at the moment.
Yep.
We actually had a good conversation.
I've got a client right now that's a man.
Oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just saying I've got a manufacturing client right now as
Oh,
well,
very nice.
and it's much more, internal tool. I have all this product data that's everywhere. I need something that's more efficient. So I'm, training their assistants on product data and giving, them chat capabilities of what is this part number again, instead of them like looking through